Today we're looking at one of the best budget outdoor security cameras, which is this, the WUUK Wired Cam Pro. In this video, I'll be doing a deep dive on this camera and going over all of the features, the app, and some of the downsides of this device, so let's get started. This video is sponsored by WUUK, so thank you very much to them for sending this out for me to try. Okay, so when you first get this device and you open up the box, what you're gonna find is the Wired Cam Pro and its magnetic base, a wall plug and a USB-C cord, the manual on how to use the device, and some mounting hardware, which includes both screws and adhesive. Installation on this device is very easy because it has a little metal mounting bracket on the bottom of the base. You can just take that off and then install the bracket wherever you want the camera to be. And again, you can do so by either screwing it in or using the adhesive that comes with it and adhering it to the wall. From there, the base magnetizes to the bracket and then the camera magnetizes to the base. And that's one great thing about a magnetic base like this is it gives you a lot of versatility in angling the camera. So you can move it around left or right or up or down to get it at the right viewing angle depending on where you installed it. Plus, the mounting bracket does also have a little hook on it so that you can hook the cord for the camera as well, just to keep everything in place. Now keep in mind that this is a wired camera, so just take that into consideration when you're installing the mounting bracket, because you will have to be able to actually run the cord from the camera all the way to whatever receptacle it's being plugged into. But the cord that comes with it is very long, so you should have plenty of length to be able to install it wherever you need to. As far as features go on this camera, one of the best parts about it is that it has onboard AI, which means that you can get human detection and face recognition without having to pay any subscription fees like you do with most cameras. And when I say face recognition, what that means is that if you have this option enabled, whenever the camera detects a person, it will analyze their face and store it into a database. All of that data is encrypted and stored locally on your own camera, so it's never sent up into the cloud. But what that does is it allows you to cater the notifications to specific people, and you can also have it set to play pre-recorded messages whenever it detects a certain person.
Hi there! Hello! Get out of here! Get out of here!
On the flip side of that, you can also have it set to trigger an alarm if there's someone that is not recognized in that face database. So this is a great option to have if you have something like a backyard camera where you're not supposed to have any unknown faces and then one pops up, you can be alerted right away. And of course, you can get motion notifications if you'd like to, but if you have a windy day or stuff that's moving in your yard that you're not necessarily concerned about, you can turn on human notifications, which just alerts you if there's a human detected. So you can kind of cater it to your needs. In addition to the alarm, you do also have another security measure, which is a motion activated spotlight. And this thing is very bright. It works very well to light up the surrounding area if it's dark out and you have the camera detect someone. And the other side of that is that having the spotlight turn on also gives you color night vision. So if you have it off, you still have the regular night vision. If you have it on, whenever something is detected, you'll have color night vision as well. Now, as you might expect, this camera does also have two-way audio, so you can have conversations with people that are on the other side of the camera, and the audio quality is decent, so it's very easy to have a conversation.
This is what the audio sounds like on the WUUK Wired Cam Pro.
Plus, another side of that that's really important consideration for two-way audio is latency. And in my testing, there's been basically no latency on this camera. Basically, as things happen, they update on the app in real time. There might be a slight fraction of a second where it's behind, but in terms of having a conversation over the camera or seeing things as they actually happen, the latency has been really good too. Now, if you don't want to actually talk through the camera, or if you're not able to, but you do need to say something through the camera, you do have some pre-built-in options on the app of things that you can say. And it ranges from friendly to not so friendly messages depending on what the situation is.
Hi there. You can just leave it. Thanks. This area is under surveillance. Please leave.
Or alternatively, if you want to talk but you don't necessarily want your specific voice to be heard, you can also distort your voice in the app. What they call it is male, female, and neutral. Now, to be honest, these don't really necessarily make you sound like a specific gender, but they do definitely change your voice. The male option gives it a very low tone, and the female option distorts your voice to be very high-pitched, kind of like Alvin and the Chipmunks. Now, as you've seen in the footage so far, at daytime or nighttime, the quality of this camera was actually surprisingly good. It has 2.5K resolution, which is slightly better than 2K. And again, as you can see, everything has been very clear in the footage. This camera does also have 24/7 local recording. Now, it doesn't come with an SD card, but if you install one, you can do up to 256 gigabytes of storage within the camera. So basically, you're not going to miss anything, and you're not going to be limited to motion events that are only a couple of seconds long. You can have a full stockpile of whatever happened for multiple days in a row, and then as the storage card gets full, it just overwrites itself. So that's what I really like about this camera, is that you do not have to pay a monthly subscription fee just to be able to record nonstop. And again, it's stored locally, which in my opinion is way better than sending all of your footage to the cloud. Now, as far as smart home integrations, you can also include this in your smart home because it has a native integration with Amazon Alexa, Google Home, and if this, then that. In the app, you'll find all the features you would probably expect to. So you can live view the camera feed, which again has basically no latency, and there are all sorts of different functions that you can use while you're live viewing. So you can record or take snapshots as you're viewing. You can turn the light on and off. You can turn the siren on and off. You can play those messages that are pre-built into the app that play out of the camera to talk to people.
Just a second. We will be right there.
Or you can use that voice modulator that I mentioned before. Now, the app does also store all of your events as well. So as long as you have an SD card installed, anytime there's motion detected, the app will store that event locally so you can view all of your events in a row. Now, that all being said, most of these things are features that you see on pretty much any smart camera nowadays, but what the best part about this product is the price. So right now on Amazon, it's listed at $45.99 or $46, but there's an $11 coupon. That means that you can get this camera with all of its features and no monthly subscriptions for only $35. Now, for comparison, one of the cameras that I used on a previous house that I actually bought multiple of was the Eufy Outdoor Cam. And this camera was actually very similar to this WUUK camera. It had the same mounting mechanism, it had maybe a slightly better build quality, but overall, all of the features were the same because it had the same AI notifications, no monthly subscriptions, and 24/7 recording. But for comparison, that Eufy camera is listed at $59.99 right now. So this WUUK camera basically gets you all of the same features at almost half of the price. So if you're looking to buy security cameras, especially if you're getting multiple and you don't want that cost to rack up too high, the WUUK camera does seem like a very good option. In my testing and in my experience, I would recommend it. Tell me what your thoughts are on this WUUK camera, and if you're interested in getting one, I will have links below. Again, thank you very much to WUUK for sponsoring this video, and thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.